Hello, this is Virginia. I'm here to share a few small tips that I have with MISTI and this particular stamp, Gentle Whisper by Penny Black. I have shown in my blog about these cards already, and they are done with repeated stamping, meaning that I have positioned the stamp here, and with various of ink you can achieve certain shades and colors. So that's how these are done. So very simple, and you could do, again, as you can see, I did multiples here, and so that's just an easy thing to do for mass producing. But then when it comes to detail stamping, MISTI is also very good with adding colors, and by selective color you can add shades and different colors onto it, and you could also manipulate the stamp not only in just one position but many, and you can mask it, so it comes really handy. For watercoloring the images, I have chosen to use Spectrum Aqua markers. These are much like distress markers. I like about them is because they have two tips. This tip is really wide and very juicy. When you color the stamps, it comes very easily, and you could color the image very quickly as well. To color the image, I use the large tip and just work on the outer edges of the flower. And because it's just the first impression, we're not going to be too concerned that the image is not coming through completely. And here's supposed to be the green stamp, but I colored it, so I'm going to wipe that off. And I also am using the green one. Again, because it's the first time, we're just going to roughly color the image because we're going to add more colors to it. And I have positioned the paper here, and I put a washi tape just to mark it, because as you can see, this stamp is really large. So, and I also add a washi tape for easy handling. So that is without the water. Now I'm going to spray some water to wet the stamp. So that's a bit better. And then we are missing the image on this one here. So let's get that started. You can add any color of your choice. Really, there's no rule. And the good thing about working with MISTI is that you can always add your color to it over and over again. And as long as you keep your spot, you know, it's not going anywhere. Okay, I'm spraying more water too. So that gives you a really wet watercolor look. So this time I'm going to change the color a bit more. Maybe we'll do a bit of yellow for the inside of the petal. Again, we're going to color this part You could take your time. You could do it in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, in an hour. No problem. Just leave your image in place and you could always go back to it. Again, I'm spraying some water. It's a bit too wet, so just wipe it off. This time we're adding the yellow. So that gives a really dramatic effect. So I'm not sure if I like that, but I guess I'll just go with it. Okay, maybe we will like more defined purple color or brighter. I'm gonna add this red violet and see what happens. This time I'm focusing on the outline, just so the flower have more defined edges. Again, it's just experiment because there's no other way that you know exactly what you want until you play with it and just have fun with it. Okay. No water spraying. There, that really gives a dramatic look. So because I'm too lazy to use the markers to color it, I'm going to use ink pad to ink up the stamps. It's fast and easy. Let's see. It's coming along. Only ink up the edges. But again, it doesn't have to be precise. That makes it look more natural and organic. So I think I like a bit more green here, but because of the saturated ink here, I'm going to add more. And this time I'm going to spray some water. There, I think I'm pretty happy about this. So you could lift it up and take a look. It's almost like you painted it, but really, it's just that easy. And previously I had also stamped on thicker card stock with a watercolor. I used the smoother side of the watercolor paper, and this was the result. And of course, you could always experiment with other color. And this one I did previously with, see how thin this paper is? It's almost like a cross between regular cardstock and watercolor paper. So just have fun and experiment. For this part of video, I just want to quickly share how easily you can stamp your envelope, matching envelope with your card. I have made all these cards, and now I could properly put it in a matching envelope, and I'm going to give it as a gift. So I had punch out envelopes here, and I just want a small image here and a simple color because it has to be fairly simple because it's just on the envelope, you know, you don't want it to be too complicated. Here are the finished stamped envelopes. They look very uniform, and I'm giving them out as a set. Here's the finished card set. I had all the envelopes and card, and I have this image that I previously stamped. I add lace border and tie a ribbon. After we did the stamp image, I think I would like to add some splatter in the background just to add interest. I have taken this Hero Art ink dauber and mix it with a tiny bit of water, and I'm just going to use a piece of paper cover the main image. It doesn't have to be perfectly covered, but I want some coverage. And I'm just going to splatter the color to the background. So that seemed like a lot of ink, a lot of yellow anyway. And now I'm going to add more purple. And this one is irresistible. And you could just control the volume of your ink. So I'm just gonna do tiny bit of purple dots. It's not very noticeable, but I'm going to add tiny bit of water so it will look more natural. Reaching for a paintbrush here. Wet the paintbrush and just dab it. You could totally skip this step if you don't like the look, but I kind of like it. After finish all the stamping, I had adhered it to the yellow cardstock and add sequins, and I also add a piece of twine. This is really easy to do because it's so flexible, so I like this twine. And then I'm going to add the sentiment with a rub-on from Tim Holtz Botanical. So I had cut it out, a small sentiment, find joy in the ordinary. So I think I will keep this design very simple because I think the watercolor says a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna work on this. There, it works. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support.